Son, listen carefully to what I'm saying right now with doubled attention and an open heart. It will seem like rejection, but it's protection. It will seem like abandonment, but it's salvation. It will hurt now, but it will heal you later. I know you don't understand the reason for so much silence, for so many people who have distanced themselves without giving you an explanation, for messages that are no longer answered, for presences that used to be constant and suddenly became like smoke. I know you feel forgotten, left aside, ignored by those who once claimed to love you, but today, I come to reveal to you not every distance is a sign of contempt. Sometimes it's an act of mercy that you still can't see with your natural eyes. You will be blocked, yes, not just on your phone or social media. You will be blocked from conversations that hurt you, from environments that contaminate you, from cycles that do not honor you, from relationships that do not value you. You will be blocked from what your soul still calls home, but has already turned into a prison. I am the God who also blocks. I am the God who interrupts toxic connections, who cancels invitations disguised as promises, who closes doors that were only draining your strength. You called it betrayal, but it was liberation. You called it coldness, but it was care. You called it contempt, but it was my hand pulling you away from what I never authorized. I saw when you gave yourself completely, when you opened your arms, your home, your heart, when you believed that friendship, that relationship, that partnership came from me. I saw your effort, your dedication, your sincerity. I saw when you prayed for that person, when you fasted for them, when you cried for them. But I also saw something you didn't see. I saw the hidden intention, the envy disguised as affection, the manipulation camouflaged as concern. I saw false words spoken behind your back while smiles appeared on their faces. I saw gestures of affection contaminated with ulterior motives. I saw a heart that was not clean, and as your God, I cannot allow you to remain connected to what poisons you. So listen, the block you are about to experience is not punishment. It's protection. It's me shielding you, closing the door so that your soul stops crashing into failed attempts. Because I love you too much to let you keep dragging yourself through ties that have already been cut in the spiritual realm. You keep insisting on reviving what is already dead, but I'm already burying what you're trying to resurrect. It's not about revenge, it's about purpose. I have something new, but you are still tied to what has become too old to sustain what is coming. You may say now, but Lord, it was so special. Why did it end? And I answer you with all my tenderness. Because what is special in your eyes is not always healthy for your soul. You have a pure heart, but not everyone who enters your life knows how to honor that purity. Some people are only by your side as long as you meet their needs. When you stop doing so, they move away. When you say no, they block you, and you cry thinking you lost something valuable, but the truth is that I removed what was holding you back. I removed what was diverting your focus. I cut what was suffocating your growth. You were not born to beg for attention. You were not created to live on emotional crumbs. You were not chosen to crawl after messages, responses, or scraps of affection. I called you to fly, not to crawl. I created you to shine, not to dim your light, trying to fit into hearts too small to hold the greatness I placed within you. I know you better than you know yourself, and that's why sometimes I block, because you wouldn't have the strength to leave on your own. I close paths you wouldn't have the courage to abandon. Son, understand, that sudden silence is an answer. That unexpected absence is liberation. That painful block is a shout from heaven saying, I love you too much to let you stay where you're being hurt. I don't want you in environments where your essence has to be diminished to please others. I didn't call you for relationships where your value is ignored. You deserve to be treated with respect, honor, and truth. And if someone doesn't know how to do that, let me handle the separation. Even if you cry now, one day you will thank me for not letting you continue. I know your soul still resists, wanting explanations, answers, justifications. But I'm not a God of confusion, and when I remove something, it's because I've already decided. Don't ask back for what I have already taken. Don't chase after what I have already extinguished. Don't insist where I have already said enough. Because every time you force broken connections, you delay the revelation of the new I have prepared. You are not a mistake. You are not hard to love. You are not insufficient. You were simply misunderstood by those who lacked the depth to comprehend you. You gave too much to those who didn't know how to sustain you. But now it's enough. Now I am positioning you. Now I am healing you. Now I am clearing your path. What you called loss was actually a liberation from an emotional plague that was infecting your hope. You have been praying and asking for answers, and here it is. I am working, and the block you are about to experience is the beginning of your healing. That absence will be the start of your liberation. That silence will be the seed of your new season. Because when I remove someone from your path, I am creating space for something that will truly make you grow. The blessing is coming, but you need to be free from ties that drain your energy. The victory is near, but it requires the courage to close chapters. The future I have for you is good, but it requires you to stop insisting on those who are no longer here. The time of begging is over. The time of lamentation has ended. Now is the time to trust, to rise, to understand that I am the God who blocks evil before it reaches your soul, who cancels connections before they become chains, who cuts relationships before they turn into curses. I love you, and that's why I will allow some to block you, so you can be free, so you can smile again, so you stop trying to fit your greatness into such small molds. I am the Lord who removes to renew, who silences human voices so you can hear mine more clearly, who closes cycles to open paths. Everything I am doing now is repositioning you for something greater. So don't complain about the block. Be grateful. Don't mourn the absence. Celebrate it. Because every door closed by human hands is heaven saying, I have something better. You will see it, live it, and testify to it. You will even say, it was better this way, and you will respond with peace in your eyes. It was God who protected me. Amen. And now that your heart is still before me, let me speak to the parts of you that even you don't fully understand. There are wounds you've covered so long with productivity, with smiles, with service, that you forgot they still bleed. But I haven't forgotten. I have seen every hidden tear that never reached your eyes. I know what it cost you to carry what others never helped you hold. And I'm not ignoring your pain. I'm preparing a place where that pain will no longer define you. You keep asking, what did I do wrong? But I tell you today, some things fell apart not because you failed, but because you were too faithful to stay in a place that didn't honor me. I'm not correcting you, I'm correcting your direction. And in doing so, I'm teaching you to see yourself as I see you. Chosen, called, covered, and being carved for something higher. You were never meant to stay in survival mode. That season where you constantly questioned your worth, over-explained yourself to people who refused to understand you, and tried to fix what was never your responsibility. It's coming to an end. I am walking you out of the valley of confusion, not by giving you all the answers, but by clearing the path of anything that delays your arrival to what I've destined for you. The quiet is not a punishment. It's my protection over your ears. I'm filtering out voices that once influenced you more than mine. I'm teaching you to recognize the difference between noise and direction. That's why it seems like some guidance you once leaned on has disappeared, because I am maturing your discernment. You will no longer depend on emotional signals. You will learn to trust the still, sure sound of my leading. You were always a target of the enemy, not because you were weak, but because you carry something dangerous to darkness. That's why he tried to break your confidence early. That's why you felt invisible in rooms where you should have been celebrated. He wanted you to believe your voice didn't matter, so you'd stay silent. But I am reactivating your voice. I am awakening your authority. You are not timid, you are just wounded. You're not behind, you're not late. You are right on schedule, my schedule. And the detours you took, even the ones that brought you pain, are now being woven into a story that will set others free. I waste nothing, not even the mistakes, especially not the mistakes. They are being redeemed, reshaped, and repurposed. What the enemy wanted to use as shame, I will use as testimony. Stop mourning the version of you that tolerated things you've now outgrown. That version had to exist to get you here. But now I'm introducing you to someone new, someone stronger, wiser, someone who no longer apologizes for the calling I've placed upon them. You will not shrink back this time. You will stand, and you will walk boldly, not in arrogance, but in full awareness that I am with you. You've been faithful in the background, but now I am calling you forward, not into spotlight for attention, but into position for impact. You will no longer live reacting to life, you will live responding to my assignment. This is why the preparation has been so painful, because the platform I'm giving you won't allow room for unresolved wounds. I am healing you so that you don't bleed on the people you are called to lift. Some of the relationships I removed were meant to be temporary, but you made them permanent out of loneliness. I'm not angry with you for that. I know how badly you needed to feel seen. But now I'm sending connections that come with clarity, not confusion. Honor, not harm. Purpose, not pretense. These people will not drain you, they will sharpen you. And as I bring these new people, be careful not to reject them out of past pain. Don't project old betrayals onto new blessings. Learn to receive again, learn to trust again, not blindly, but wisely. I will teach you how to open your heart without exposing your soul to injury. You will love without losing yourself this time. I am restoring your sense of direction. For too long you walked by guessing, hoping, trying everything just to see what might stick. But now I'm bringing clarity. You won't have to chase every opportunity. You won't be led by desperation anymore. You will discern what is sent by me, and you will have peace about what you say no to. This is the season where your yes will matter more than ever. It will no longer be a reflex, it will be a response to revelation. You will no longer agree to things that don't align with your purpose, just to avoid disappointing others. I am detoxing you from the addiction to approval. You will disappoint man, yes, but you will finally please me. I've seen the way you've talked yourself out of bold steps. You called it humility, but I call it fear. And today, I am confronting that fear. Not to shame you, but to free you. You were never supposed to make yourself small to be accepted. I didn't call you to blend in. I called you to shift atmospheres, to change outcomes, to walk in authority that exposes falsehood just by your presence. The spiritual warfare you've endured wasn't random. It intensified every time you neared a threshold. And now you are standing at the edge of one again. But this time you will not be turned back. This time the pressure will not crush you, it will crown you. You are coming out of this with more than survival. You're coming out with strategy. You keep wondering when the doors will open, but you haven't realized. I've already opened the door. I'm just finishing your preparation so that when you walk through, you won't sabotage it. I'm not delaying you, I'm securing you. I'm building your character to carry the weight of the promise. You're about to step into rooms where your name was spoken long before you arrived. Doors are being opened not by networking, not by human handshakes, but by my authority. I'm putting your name in places you haven't applied for, not to elevate your ego, but to reveal my glory through your story. But know this, greater influence requires greater surrender. You cannot take old patterns into new places. Pride must fall, comparison must die, bitterness must be buried. You cannot lead while wounded, nor can you speak healing while harboring resentment. Let me clean your heart so that your words carry weight and your presence carries peace. I'm inviting you to walk differently, not just outwardly, but inwardly. This is not about image, it's about identity. The enemy tried to dress you in shame, in rejection, in labels others placed on you. But I am removing those garments now. You will not wear rejection as your identity, you will wear purpose. The way you think about yourself is about to change. No longer will your thoughts cycle around what you lack, what you lost, or what you regret. I am shifting your internal language. Where there was once self-doubt, there will be confidence. Where there was self-condemnation, there will be conviction leading to freedom. You will not bully yourself anymore. And you will stop shrinking your dreams to fit the size of your current resources. I didn't give you those dreams because of what you have. I gave them because of who I am. Provision will follow vision. As you take steps, the ground will appear beneath your feet. You don't need the full picture to begin. You just need the next instruction. I am not calling you to ease, I'm calling you to impact. There will be resistance, yes, but there will also be a grace you've never known before. You will work, but you won't strive. You will build, but you won't burn out. You will move, but it won't feel forced. My favor will do what your effort couldn't. This next chapter is about alignment. I'm bringing your mind, emotions, decisions, and desires into agreement with my will.